Yeah, so as I was saying that the version code represents the current version of your app, the real version, and it is incremented every time you have a new version. You can do it by hand, or you can have some formula that increments it automatically inside the code, and then this is version name. Version name is actually the version information that is actually visible to the user, and this is kind of some convenient description that the user can kind of associate with that what kind of you can say uh, resources, or what kind of level, or what kind of functionalities, or he's using, so we will use such kind of a version name that will kind of give a short description of the functionalities that are added into this version, so this is something like this. This is more used for the visual purpose, this version name, for the customers. And then we have an installation. Also, install location of our APK is also defined inside the Android manifest file. The Android manifest file also includes the libraries and the host processes it supports. They also need to be defined. Remember, these things are defined in the under the application tag in the manifest file that we will show you later. And then it also defines the start activity. Start activity, when your app starts, which activity is going to start. This start activity description contains two intents, two actions. It contains an intent, and in which two actions are defined, and one of them is the launcher. That one of the other one is the main action. So the launch action means that this is the launcher activity. This is the activity that is going to be shown at the startup of the app. Um, Now we will go to the Android Studio and talk a little bit more in detail about the manifest file. So everybody, this is how our manifest file looks like. This is, as you see, it's an XML file format. This is the tag manifest outer tag. This is the closing tag, and then we have this application tag where many of the main things are defined. For example, mm, your application label is defined here. In our case, it is IoT test. For example, this label will appear whenever you launch your app on the toolbar. You will see IoT test written, and then you have your app icon also, this one. And then the app theme is, for example, this is loaded from the styles in the resource folder. As we said, we have a resource folder here, and this resource folder defines certain values, and among them is also styles. For example, this is a style. This is our app theme. For example, theme.app.com.light.action bar, and these are the primary colors and the color accent and color primary dark, three colors defined here. The names are defined here, and these can also be used, but right now we are using here only on the app theme. So this is selected from the styles. We define it like this: style and slash app theme. And then we also define, as we described in the presentation, that we also define our Android's main activity here. Actually, we define all our activities, our content providers, our um, broadcast receivers, and our other processes here. Right now, as we have only one activity, as you see, we have only one activity. Uh, this one, main activity.java, in our Android project. You see, this activity has this forescreen, this foreground. I mean, this is the layout of the screen that it is loading, and it is defined here, as we said, in the resource. And this is activity main layout. This is defined here, and so as we have only one activity, so we will only define here one activity. Um, and to in order to make this activity as a